Okay, so next round is going to be Search and Destroy on Arcade, and first Search and Destroy that is going to be streamed of EGL7. Just jotting down now, 2-1 to TEC there. And you know what, even though iLLicit did get that late. It's irrelevant, really.
Yeah, they really started to assert their dominance at the end there. Like you said, it was a little bit sort of shaky at the start, but once they got into the rhythm of things, you can really just sort of see exactly why they are seeded 13th coming into this event.
Absolutely. Well, this is going to be Search and Destroy, as you can see on the stream now. For those of you that aren't familiar with the rule set that's played at LAN, the teams are going to take turns to defend and attack bomb sites with a round limit of 2 minutes 30.
And planting the bomb gives the defending team 45 seconds to disarm the bomb, and obviously that will win them the round. And once a player dies, obviously they do not respawn until the next round. And
this is one of the game modes, well, there's only 2 game modes that's played at LAN, but it's where kill-death ratio does make a big difference. If you see a player going 10-0 on Search and Destroy, then they have absolutely carried your team through it. Let's join the game and try and get things underway. It's not yet been started. They're probably just adjusting the classes. But yes, we want to keep an eye out and see how things are doing for each individual player, because one thing I love about Search and Destroy is the clutch. If someone pulls off a 1v4 clutch, you will hear a scream from the team. It's absolutely brilliant.
It's absolutely amazing.
I mean, let's just look at TEC.Focus again, just their placements for those of you that have just joined the stream. C-Tom and Stokes coming in with the higher placements from EGL5, 13th to 16th, Heaven 25th to 32nd, Tango trailing at 49th to 64th. But you know what, you've got to forget that if the team gels and can work together, which it does seem to be, then, you know, they've got a good chance.
Yeah, because, I mean, when you look at it a paper like we are now, you really do question, I mean, Heaven and Tango, surely, you know, players like C-Tom and Stokes, they could have picked up arguably some better players, but Heaven and Tango there, I mean, they were playing really well. And like you say, it was very good teamwork.
I mean, we don't know too much about the other team to offer a comparison, but one of the things that the spreadsheet we've got in front of us is actually letting us do is see the average placement. If we averaged every individual player, just joining the game now, it would be a 28.5 placement at EGL5. So that will give you a rough idea out of the 107 teams that attended, and it was 107. We previously thought it was 113. Nevertheless, let's begin this Search and Destroy and get on board with the bottom team, which is going to be attack. What we're going to be doing is switching over to an attack and attack and a defend from both sides, so we get to see everything really from both teams.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to be on board with iLLicit first, and we're on board with JD as Chunky takes the bomb. And, you know, the tactics used in S&D Arcade, they're always ranged. Arcade is one of those maps where you need to immediately grab that map control straight away. And you've seen JD throwing those stuns, and CB's going to kill him with that name. Needs to be careful if Semtex is there. Heaven takes him down.
There was nothing JD could do. He tried to tuck his head behind that box, but he was a gunner from the start. And you do see a lot of, you know, gunfire and battles taking place very, very early as they just push up over those escalators. The stuns and Semtex no doubt go out, and it really does depend sometimes where you actually spawn from the word go as to how far you can push forward.
Absolutely, yes. Stokes takes down Dragos, and C-Tom takes down Wheezy with a nade. And Chunky is going to be all by himself. sees someone Eskies and gets taken down by C-Tom. And C-Tom had a nice round there, picked off 2 kills. Very, very impressive play. Oh, nice spot there as well, just lying down on that escalator. Chunky couldn't see him at all. So very, very sneaky spot there from C-Tom.
And it is a little bit unfortunate that the rounds have to be played like this, because round 1 and 2 of EGL7 will only be a best of 3 due to time constraints of the actual tournament. Future tournaments are actually going to be extended to a further day, so that should resolve that problem. But, you know, sometimes teams can get a little bit unlucky in best of 3s.
Yeah, definitely. But we're on board now with JD. Once again, opted to go up top. Obviously, this is the defensive side for iLLicit, and it just looks like he's going to wait to see if anyone's going to rush top paint. But doesn't look like anyone's going to do that just yet.
What we should probably update you guys on as well is what's going to be taking place on the main stage. This is just the side stage that myself and Benson are on. It's going to be Fear versus Total Fluke in the MW3 winner bracket round number 1. So stay tuned for that with Tun and Gooch commentating.
Yeah, that's going to be an absolutely fantastic game. But back on board with TEC.Focus taking on iLLicit. As it stands, Dragos has got a lot of work to do. We just saw TEC get a very nice 2-piece. And Dragos, interesting, you don't normally see a lot of players actually opt to go into Burger, but Dragos has done it, and that's the exact problem you're going to have. Bomb goes down at B. Dragos with a lot of work to do right now. He's going to see someone up top. Can he make that kill? No, he's using Impact as well, but it's going to be 2 on 4. And Dragos just trying to stun, but isn't going to connect. Obviously, time is of the essence now. 32 seconds left. Tango takes down Chunky. Dragos with a lot of work to do.
It was never looking good. I mean, when the bomb's down and the time's ticking away, they have to take chances, and when you're outnumbered it's very unlikely you're able to pull that off, especially with Tech set up so well. I did actually watch one of C-Tom's videos from EGL7 where he actually came back, I think it was from 0-3 down on this map. I know that the practice search and destroy quite a bit Tech, so maybe that's helping them here. Obviously, like we say, we're not too familiar with iLLicit, but we don't want to make too much judgment on that. They could be a bit of a surprise for us. But they're halfway home now, Tech, and they're on the defence.
Yeah, we're on board with C-Tom. And once again, I've never really seen that many players opt to go towards the burger side. C-Tom, he's going to be sort of a different spot than where he was last time. You remember last time he was actually lying down on the escalator. Now he's opted to just sort of head camp it, I guess you could say. And it's just going to wait to see if anyone does rush up Eskies. But again, the problem with this strategy is if someone goes to B up top, he can't see him, bomb could go down. And obviously that's going to give iLLicit a very good opportunity. But as it stands, it's going to be 4 versus 3 as one of the iLLicit players gets taken down. I
think what C-Tom actually has to be careful of, though, is using this spot a little bit too much, because iLLicit will get wise to it. But from his perspective, you know, he potentially only needs to pull this off twice if they were to win, if they were to win 4-0. So let's see. Let's actually switch things up just while he is sitting back quite a bit. I want to see if anyone's pushing up. Heaven is actually engaged in some gunfire now, and he's probably going to have to challenge this because someone is possibly going to flank him.
Yeah, just trying to be sneaky, trying to just jump, see if he can get just a sight of him, but doesn't look like it. But I mean, obviously Tech, they're on defense, 1 minute 22 left. They don't need to be the aggressive ones. It's 4 versus 3 for them as it stands. So to be fair to Heaven, I mean, he can just sit here all day and wait for someone to charge him, but there we go. He is getting shot through that billboard, needs to be very careful, opts to lie down, and he has just seen him now on those double stairs. 1 minute 9 left. Again, Heaven, smart play, you've really got to say. I mean, considering we were saying just before that how he was probably arguably one of the weaker of the players from Tech. This is really smart play.
Absolutely, and you know what, like you're saying, because they are defending, by all means they can just run this time down, because eventually the pressure is going to fall on iLLicit. They need to be making the pushes. Heaven can just sit here as long as he wants, and he's doing a brilliant job actually here. As Stokes picks up the kill against Wheezy, it's going to take things to a 4 versus 2. Things looking really, really good for Tech as we start off EGL7. Yeah,
absolutely. It's sort of a game with cat and mouse in a way. Heaven's just sort of jumping up and down saying, come on, come at me, shoot me. And there's absolutely nothing the iLLicit player could do there. But Heaven is opting to move. Looks like he's going to set a bomb, and oh! Panic knife on Dragos. I don't think Dragos is going to do that. And Stokes takes down Chunky. 3-0 Tech, and this is the dominance we were talking about.
Yeah, this is looking really strong, and things are looking very, very doubtful now for iLLicit. Not only are they 1 round down, but they are also 3-0 down in a best of 3 on Search and Destroy Arcade, and they would have to win 4 back-to-back Search and Destroys and the lockdown to actually take this.
It's a big, big task for iLLicit. But like we've been saying, we don't really know that much about them, but we're going to stay on board with Tech. They're going to be on the attack now. We're going to be on board with C-Tom. We're going to be on board with Tango, rather, as he opts not to take the bomb. C-Tom is actually going to go ahead and take that bomb, but Tango's just a crazy push. He needs to be careful of the pre-fire, though. He's going to opt to pre-fire himself. Doesn't connect anything. But again, the consistent fight for map control on SD Arcade is so, so vital.
Luckily for Tango there, the extreme range, even with a long-range gun like an ACR, would be quite difficult to pick off a kill. He did sustain some damage, but has now regenerated that. Few stuns going out, not necessarily knowing where the players are, but just trying to indicate their location. And he's probably just going to hold this soda area for the remainder of the game until he sees a challenge.
Yeah, he doesn't realistically need to push too far. 1 minute 52, plenty of time for the Tech guys. They have got that 3-0 lead as well. If they can just try and find one iLLicit player and take him down, automatically they have that advantage. And Tango is going to see someone on that A-bomb, but unfortunately just can't make that kill. He's got him a little bit weak. And again, we're just seeing some really intelligent play from Tango, not immediately seeing him, shooting him and thinking, I need to run and get that kill. Playing it very wise, taking his time. And so there we go, C-Tom takes down Dragos.
Yeah. Oh, and Heaven takes out JD, 4 versus 2, and Wheezy is going to have to go big here. Along with his counterpart Chunky to actually pull this off. Look at iLLicit at the moment, my goodness, 3 of them on donuts. We were complimenting Wheezy before, he's been the only one able to pick up any kills. And if Wheezy is down, let's switch things up and see if Chunky can do the impossible. No, he cannot.
Very, very unfortunate play there, Tango. He saw him, he jumped through the hedge, managed to get a few hit markers into thought, you know what, I'll go for the Magnum. And Tech are going to go ahead and take that 4-0. So we were saying in the CTF Dome how in the first side they weren't really looking as strong as we thought they would, but obviously that was just a little bit of land nerves. They settled down in the Dome game, and that arcade was an absolute walkthrough, and Heaven has just gone 7-0, and C-Tom 4-0 as well. Fantastic scores from them too.
Yeah, brilliant play from them, and we were just saying, you know, a few donuts being dropped for iLLicit there. You know, you don't know whether to compliment Tech's Search and Destroy play or criticise that of iLLicit, but in any case that is going to allow Tech to now advance into winner bracket round 3. They did get a bye for that first round, so a nice little game to open up EGL7 here. I think myself and Bence are probably going to go and grab some Regio42 who have returned to support the event. It's some good drink. We love Regio42.
The hot chocolate.
Exactly, that hot chocolate. So, yeah, we're just going to go and take a little bit of break. If you guys stay tuned, though, it is going to be Fear versus Total Fluke on main stage, commentated by Gooch and Tunny, and we will try and continually provide you with updates. If you do want to follow EGL both on Facebook and Twitter, and you will be updated as frequently as possible.